Hi, what is your name?
My name's Ziggy.
Can you tell us what's the name of your business?
Blim.
And how long have you been operating?
20 years.
So you've been here in Chinatown for 20 years. Can you tell us a little bit about how the evolution of your business has gone ever since it first began?
Blim started in Chinatown in 2003 as an underground art venue. And then we moved to Main Street, Main and 17th for 5 years. So we've only actually been in this location for 10 years, but we've been in the city for 20.
So considering the evolution of the overdose crisis in Vancouver, has this area, specifically your business, been affected in any way?
Yes, it's been affected, but I try to keep a safe distance as well as be available to help people when there's a crisis. So it's a good balancing act being in Chinatown.
Talking about the recent increase in overdoses in the past year, do you think there's any correlation between those statistics and the increase of vandalism in local businesses?
Yes, for sure. The more addicts, the more need for fix, and then to get the fix, they need the money. So it's always an economical crisis because if you're addicted, you're not thinking about how you're going to acquire not everyone anyways is going to think clearly about how to get the means to an end. So unfortunately that does increase crime. Yes.
Yeah, totally. Would you be able to share with us any experience, personal or of any of your neighboring businesses?
There's a lot of stories in the 10 years that we've been here. If you want like actual experiences, it's weird because everyone's like, oh, is Chinatown dangerous? And I'm like, yes and no. Like you also, like there's a community here, like whether people are addicts or if they struggle with mental health or they struggle with trauma. There's a lot of different variables to this community. It's not just crime and drugs. Like it's got history. So it's complicated.
Yeah.
That's why, to me, in the 10 years of being here, maybe my biggest lesson is to always take things day by day, case by case, individual by individual, and listen and observe, and also to communicate your needs as well. So, if I have a client who's difficult, which even just today I had, what I do is at the door, I'm like, here's my terms, here's my rules. If you want to come in, I'd be happy to help you, but you have to respect the rules of Blim. Okay, yes. Then if they cross the line, then it's like, okay, I gave you warning. There's always communication is really key. Don't make assumptions. Every person's got a different story and a different situation, and try to be sympathetic, but also have your boundaries.
Totally. And I guess that's why at the storefront there's a doorbell instead of just like
Yes. In the past we did have it open, but it was just so much theft and problems that we do have to unfortunately screen the people that come and go. But again, I'm happy to greet people at the door and assess the situation, and we try to clear communication. I'm happy to help you. Right now we're busy at the moment. We can only let in a certain amount. If you could please wait, then we can, things like that. It's a lot of
respect.
So many people and so rules, lots of rules.
Yeah. What is other type of measure that you've taken in order to keep the security of your business and your clients at the forefront?
Well, 10 years ago when we took over this space, I was much more lenient, and I learned my lesson over the years because I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. And, call me gullible or whatever, but I do just believe, like, I don't like why we didn't have this fortress 10 years ago. And over time, after so many windows being smashed and there being fires and moments of potential violence, like people with guns, we've just, had to slowly build up, safeguards around the space. It's daunting. It's upsetting. It's this neighborhood. Nobody likes it, but is there a choice? I would like to think that the new police in the area or the new mayor is gonna do something about it. Because there's so much potential here. Like, there's so much potential to build a beautiful neighborhood of small, independent, underground businesses, independent shops. It could be something really good and actually really good for the city and also lucrative for the city and for tourism. And if they just got their shit together and cleaned it up and figured out how to get the right businesses in and actually giving small businesses price breaks on, startups and rent, and not just looked at the final dollar of throwing up another ugly condo, then maybe, just maybe, this neighborhood has a chance.
What a beautiful way to finish up. I wonder if there's anything else that you'd like to add, and if you had any particular ideas or requests that, on your personal experience after having worked here for so long, that you could just be like, how haven't you thought about this? To the government, to the mayors, to the authorities. Yeah.
I'd love to just sit down with whatever city planner and tell them my ideas. But, I don't know, I'm just a small weirdo shop who's managed to be around for this long. So, I'm a hard worker, and I have a lot of ideas I would love to give to the city about what would make this area interesting, help the city look monetarily, but in a different way, not in a condo, culturally, exactly. And the city's really hurting because everything is being torn down, and it's destroying the cultural potential of all these tiny neighborhoods. And it's really, it's upsetting. It's gonna make Vancouver not a very exciting city when there's so much potential to be a really cool, the New York of the West Coast.
Right? There's work to be done here.
Yeah, there's so much work to be done.
Thank you so much. Yeah.